Welcome back, YouTube. So today we're going to be looking at the washing machine effect I have on my channel. It has been put on Andy Lippy's streamer showcase. It's quite a simple technique to do, but it is quite effective, and it seems to get a lot of use in my channel. So let's go and have a look, see what we're going to aiming for. So here we have it on OBS. So we're going to find the channel point. For 500 channel points, we're going to be stuck in a washing machine. And then we get spit back out. It's going to be quite a simple process, but there is a few filters and a few bits we will need. So you will need the Move Transition plugin. We will need Lure on board, because this is how we will control it. And there's a few other filters we're going to go through. So let's move on to the next bit. So what we're going to first start off with is we're going to create a new scene. We're going to call it washing machine. I've already got it set up. A little disclaimer, I do actually have this on my nested camera scene, just because then it adds in all the effects when it's on the gameplay scene. But for this purpose, we're going to make a new scene. So first off, we are going to need a video capture device. Mine is called Snap. We're going to press OK. We're going to make it a little bit smaller, and we're going to move it down here. Next, we're going to need the image of the washing machine. The washing machine will be a picture of it. I'm going to put it in some downloads in the Discord, so the link will be in the description. Okay, it currently is. So now we've got the parts in. We're going to first create the color correction stuff so it helps it fade in and fade out. So we're going to right click on the washing machine. We're going to click filters. We're going to then right click, add, and then add a color correction. We've already got one in, so I'm not going to add another one. You can just leave it called color correction because that's all it's going to do. All it is there to actually create the opacity in the end. So then what we're going to do is we're going to right click again. We're going to do move value, and we'll call it fade in. We'll right click again, move value, and we're going to call it fade out. So the fade in one, what we're going to do is we're going to get the values of it as it is. So its color correction is set on this one to full opacity. And then what we're going to do, we will get the values of that. You don't have to change any of the other settings at all, one bit. So then for the fade out one, we're going to get the color correction. We're going to scroll it all the way down to the opacity down. We're going to go to fade out, and we'll get the values again. That means that when we trigger it with Lure on board, it will fade in, and then we trigger the fade out, and we're all done. Right, so we've got all the filters we need for to fade the washing machine in and out. So when we trigger it with the onboard, it all sort of times it right. So what we're going to need now is we're going to need the move filters to move the camera inside the washing machine and then spin it around. So first off, we're going to get a move source. So we're going to right click, we're going to add, we are going to do move source, and then we're going to call this one, for this instance we're going to call it camera bottom right, but if you've got a location on your scene where your camera needs to go, call it that. Call it basically, with any of these filters you can call them what you like, but we're going to time all of these filters and do all the work as much as we can in Lure on board. So all we have to do is trigger one thing. We're going to do all the stuff, and we're going to work it all in OBS, and then in Lure on board all we have to do is trigger one or two filters. Okay, so we're going to call that one bottom right. We've got that one there. We've got it for the source, which is Snap. It's going to need 2000 milliseconds custom duration, and then because the camera is in the right location, we're going to get transform. Okay, and all that is correct. The next one we are going to call is move inside the washing machine, or move in washing machine, whatever you want to call it. Again, you call it what you like. The custom duration again is 2000 milliseconds. All these bits are going to be the same. We're going to get the transform, but what we need to do to get the transform is we need to move the camera inside the washing machine. We're going to Alt, just so we can crop it. Let me just get that side, and we'll crop it inside. So we are inside the washing machine now, and then again we'll get the transform, and we'll get the transform. And that gets us, so when this filter is triggered, it will move it up into the washing machine. With this one, the next one, we're going to need a next move as well. We'll do this while we're here, because what we will do is create another filter, the move inside the washing machine, and we're going to have that as the next move. So this is where it will move. Once we trigger the first one, it will move it onto the next one, and that's why we only need like one trigger inside Lure On Board to do this. So now we're going to make that extra filter. So we're going to add filter. Again, it's going to be a move source. So this one, again, it's on your camera. We're going to have it at 2000 milliseconds start delay. We're going to have it at 12,000 milliseconds for the custom duration. This is quite important because the easing function wants to be elastic, because that's what gives it the starting and rocking, and then it will spin it. We get the transform before we add the rotation, so we get the transform and then we add the rotation, and I have it at, oh, Mr. 10,800, and that gives it a good spin on the cycle. And then the next move we add is the camera bottom right, or again, if you've got it in a different location, put that as your next move. And that's what we have for that. So once this one's finished, it'll move us bottom right. Okay, so we've got all that. We're going to go camera bottom right. It's going to move us back down there, and we'll just show it without all the stuff. So we're going to move it inside the washing machine. We're going to spin it. But we've just found a small problem, which we can rectify. It's not a problem. So as you can see there, what is the one problem we've come across? And it is the transform. We're going to edit the transform. It's actually gone from the center of the, not from the center, from the top left. So we're going to have to go center, and we're going to have to re-find all of our transforms. So it's a good thing we've shown this, because we nearly missed it. So we're going to get the transform for that. We're going to get this inside the washing machine again. I know it's a bit of a pain, and I've not pressed Alt, so we're going to press Alt. Just move that a little bit to one side. It's a little, just so we can crop it correctly. So we move it inside the washing machine again. We'll get the transform, same position, but we'll get the transform, and then we add the rotation. I've done 18,000. That's going to be a bit overkill, but again, play around with the rotations. It will be absolutely fine. If you wanted to do it for longer, do it for less. It's your choice. So all these move filters. So we're just going to test it again. So we're going to move it inside, and then it will start spinning. There we go, and we will move it back down to the bottom, and then we're all done on that side. So next we will need Lure On Board, not that, but we will need Lure On Board, which I've not got open because I thought we'd done. Bear with me. Let that all connect to switch. So we're going to need Lure On Board next. We're going to scroll down. I've created a deck and a button, and I'll just show you what we've added in. So this is my current one here, which I use on my normal one, but this is the button we've created. Excuse the end. That's just loaded up all the minim gold bars that Andy Lippy's made. So we're going to edit commands, and these are the filters we've got. It's popped up again. You can't stay out of the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some filter change visibilities. We need 3. We need a filter change visibility on the washing machine, so we have it so it excuse me, so it fades in. We call it true, and then we have it, sorry, not true, we want it toggle and toggle again, my mistake. We fade it in, we then move it inside the washing machine. So this is why we only need 1, because we've done the rest of their movements inside of OBS. Just makes things a lot easier when this gets triggered. And then we fade out the washing machine, and then we press done. The other bit we do is we're going to add a sound effect. Again, this will be in the Discord as well, in the download section. I have converted it to an OGG file, because that's what we need for Lure on Board. It uses the the OGG file. We do put it at 1,000 millisecond delay, and I have it around about 70 odd percent volume, and the speed is obviously 100, or else it sounds weird otherwise. And we press done. We press done again, and we'll just minimize that. The only other bit, I've just thought, the only other bit you will need to do, if you want it as a channel point, or however you want to do, is edit Twitch triggers. So I have put it as washing machine, because that is exactly the same as what I have it in my channel point redeem for my normal one. It's the same thing, but edit the Twitch triggers. But you can have it as, somebody can trigger it, you can have it as gifted on subs bits, whatever, a set amount of bits. I just use it as a channel point because it's quite a good one for 500 ones. But you go into your channel points, you set it like you would do any other channel point, but you just need to make sure that the wording is exactly the same and the capital letter side of it is the same as well. And then we press done, and done again, and then we minimize that. We will just bring up that, cover my beautiful face. We're going to go to Lure on Board. We're going to go to Stream Deck. Again, cover my beautiful face. We'll just bring that down a bit. It's on deck 39. And as an example, let's just minimize all this. So we've been put inside the washing machine. We've been spun around, and then we've been put out again. And there we have it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It sounds a little bit complicated, but overall, all we're doing is trying to do as much of the work inside OBS. And we've got 2 of them here. Anyway, so it is pretty simple overall. It fades in, fades out. Simple, and then your viewers can have a lot of fun with it. Price it how you want, but thank you for watching. Make sure you do drop me a follow on Twitch. A sub on here would be amazing. We're trying to get to, I think we're close to 150 at my last look, and thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.